about Richie Sambora on guitar? Most of my life, I thought that was the preeminent "You Done Me Wrong" song. I loved it. There was something about the guy who has fallen in love. He's one of the few rock and roll icons who fell in love with his high school sweetheart. They got married, and 33 years later, they're still together. They're one of the few. How many rock and roll legends do you know are still married to their wife? Sting and Bon Jovi! I love music. I love art in all its forms. I love tangible, tactile art. I love sculpture. I love conversation as an art form. I love film. I love movies. One of the things that I love the most is human interaction. And I think human interaction is one of my favorite art forms because there's always something new to learn. On Friday night, I received a phone call. A friend of mine was completing the Landmark Forum, and she called me from Atlanta. She said, "Hey, I'm doing this course. It's really great, and I just wanted to get back in touch with you because we haven't talked in a few days." I said, "Okay, great." She proceeds to tell me a story. Now, the thing I love about human interaction and human art form is that I can hear something that somebody else says and start to see something in my life. How many times have you done that? Mm-hmm. Okay? Whether somebody's talking about a movie or a great meal, and then immediately you're like, "Oh yeah!" This was a different moment though. This moment, she was telling me about something that had happened with a friend of hers, and I have no idea how it happened, but I saw something for myself. I saw that 4 years ago, when I received a phone call that said, "Hey, I'm pregnant, it's not yours, but I could use a hand." My life changed. I used to be trying to create my business, create my family, create the structure at which I was going to be an honorable man that I could eventually, court a woman and ask her to marry me. But in that moment, everything changed. In that moment, I thought what changed is that I was going to step into saying, "Hey, I'll be there for you. What do you need? I'll be there to make sure you get through this pregnancy, that you're fine, and I'll make sure the kid's taken care of." Now, what I thought I was doing was being noble, being the white knight, being the good guy. But what I saw in this conversation is that as soon as I received that phone call, my life became about being, I'm better than that guy. Now, April and I had dated 3 years prior in Chicago. We'd broken up about 7 months earlier. And I parted that conversation with, "Hey, if you ever need anything, give me a call." Not exactly what I was expecting. But I tried to do the right thing. I was trying to do business. I was trying to do this. I was being artistic. I'm like, how could I read books about how to be the expectant father? And how could I do this? And how could I go and be there for the hypnobirthing classes and all that stuff? I was like, I'm going to learn this. But I learned something about relationships. In that one moment, I realized I can't be in relationship with you if the entire purpose is being against somebody else. I saw that how my entire life had been geared around, I'm better than you, whoever he was. I knew who he was. But it didn't matter that my community was telling me, "Hey, you're a good guy. Hey, thanks for being there. Hey, thanks for stepping up. Thanks for doing this. You're a good guy. You're swell. You're the man." I wanted to hear it from her. I wanted to hear her say, "You're better than him." I wanted to hear her reward me with massages and back rubs and all those things that you do to people that you love. And it didn't happen. Have you ever tried to run after a carrot? What's it like? Never being satisfied. Never getting that thing you want. It's heartbreaking. But then one day it's going to swing you a little closer and you can get a taste. Then it flies back down. The thing that I've noticed was as soon as I could see the carrot, I could let it go. I actually sent her a text message. I said, "I apologize for the last 4 years. The only thing I've been in this relationship for is to hear you say the words, 'You're better than him.' Not 'you're amazing,' not 'you're fantastic,' not 'I open my home to you, I share my son with you, I trust you with the most important things in my life.' Not I trust you with the finances, not I trust you with this. But the words, you're better than him. Now, what I saw in that moment was that my entire life was about proving that that carrot was mine. What I saw that was giving love a bad name was me being externally oriented around that. Not finding the things that were important to me, that grounded me in that Jeremy's important because I say I'm important. If I need an accomplishment, great, go clean my bedroom. If I need an accolade, give myself a daggum award. There's nothing wrong with that. But what it does is it takes the onus off of the other person. What I realized was giving love a bad name was putting the onus on her for a demand that even if she really did do it, do you think I'd have heard it? Do you think I actually would have been able to pay attention and hear me on my own ego screaming for attention? What I noticed gave love a bad name was being externally oriented, requiring something from my partner, spoken or unspoken. What I've noticed keeps Bon Jovi and Sting in their relationships is they pound on their own heart with the love that they have for their art. They pound on their own heart with the love that they have for life, for beauty, and expression. And when that's flowing from inside, there's no limit to what's possible.